So Joe Biden gets up and this is supposed to be the speech of his political life. This is the speech that everyone's been waiting for. He's talking extemporaneously, although he's not. He's reading it off of a teleprompter. He's got all these great thoughts. He's got to make sure that everybody in the party knows that he's up to the challenge, that he has a clear-cut agenda, and that this is not a mistake by the Democrats. This is not the wrong decision, that he will be able to handle the vigors of running the most powerful nation in the entire galaxy.
If you entrust me with the presidency, I will draw on the best of us, not the worst. I'll be an ally of the light, not the darkness. It's time for us, for we the people, to come together.
All right, now this is great rhetoric, and it sounds like it's an exciting, impassioned speech, but it's really bad for Joe Biden to say, because as we pointed out yesterday and several other times on this show, the Democrats, they don't want any of that. They like being cloaked in darkness. They like division. It's how they get stuff done. In fact, the whole rest of his speech is talking about the darkness. It's talking about these horrible things and how bad America is. So there is a lot of hypocrisy in it. But again, you know, he's a Democrat. What do you expect?
If I'm your president, on day one, we'll implement the national strategy I've been laying out since March.
Okay, let's start there. He's been laying out this national strategy since March. Donald Trump has been fighting this virus since January. January was when he closed the borders to China. I think this is a lie. I think back in March, he was just kind of floundering around, trying not to lose the presidential nomination to someone like Pete Buttigieg. But back in March, apparently, he was laying out plans to fight the coronavirus.
We'll develop and deploy rapid tests with results available immediately.
Is he just going to snap his fingers and make this happen? Does he have them already created? If so, why isn't he sharing them with people?
We'll make the medical supplies and protective equipment that our country needs, and we'll make them here in America, so we will never again be at the mercy of China or other foreign countries in order to protect our own people.
Where has Joe Biden been? Does he not know that the Ford plant and the GM plant and the Tesla plant and all these car companies had to stop production because Donald Trump ordered them to create ventilators? Where has Joe Biden been? Does he not know that we've rerouted pretty much every single PPE mask, pair of gloves, hand sanitizer, Clorox wipe? You still can't get Clorox wipes. I don't know what they're doing with all these things, but they're stockpiled at hospitals all over the country. You go to the hospital right now, they've got the gloves. They've got the masks. They've got hand sanitizer. They'll be good. They'll be able to treat you. And if you need a ventilator, they have those too.
We'll make sure our schools have the resources they need to be open, safe, and effective.
Wait a minute. You want to keep the schools closed. If you look at any single Democrat state, they're trying to keep the schools closed indefinitely. The schools here in Florida are open. They're open, they're safe, they're effective, they're ready to go. Democrats have been fighting school opening. They've been talking about how it's unsafe. The teachers' unions have been forcing their local governments and their local school boards not to open because they refuse to work. Every single thing he's mentioned to this point, every single thing he's mentioned, rapid testing, getting it out there quickly, American-made ventilators and supplies, getting to the places where they're needed, getting the schools open in a safe environment where kids can learn. Every single thing he pointed out is something that the current occupant of the Oval Office has already done. It's like he literally just watched a Donald Trump press conference, took notes and said, "Oh, that's good. I'm going to tell people that's my plan."
We'll put politics aside. We'll take the muzzle off our experts so the public gets the information they need and deserve.
Let's talk about taking the muzzle off of experts for just 1 second. Which party was it? Which party was it that saw a group of doctors, medical doctors, standing on the steps of the Supreme Court, heralding an opportunity to use hydroxychloroquine, Z-Paks, and zinc to treat and prevent the spread of coronavirus, and ripped that information off the internet, buried it on YouTube, buried it on Facebook, made it disappear into thin air from Twitter? Which party was it that went after the integrity and the personal reputations of each and every one of those doctors, medical doctors who have saved hundreds of people from the coronavirus and other deadly diseases that are very similar to it? Was it Donald Trump and the Republicans? No, it was Joe Biden and the Democrats. But then Joe Biden was like, look, I'm going to go full dictator here.
We'll have a national mandate to wear a mask, not as a burden, but as a patriotic duty to protect one another.
We'll have a mask mandate, not as a burden, but as a patriotic duty to protect people. Listen, Joe Biden, I know it's been a while since you've been a patriot, but you can't force someone to be a patriot. You can't mandate what people wear in this country. This is not Saudi Arabia. This is not a Middle Eastern country where women have to be forced to cover up their faces and their heads and their shoulders. This is the United States of America. You have no legal authority for that. And the more you say it, the more people think exactly what Donald Trump suggested. Wow, if the president of the United States can force me to cover my face every day, what else can he force me to do?